Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. There's a lot of noise. Lagos right now. Wait, rewind. Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Abimbola Craig. If this is your first time, welcome. There's a lot of noise in the background because right now, currently in Lagos, electricity has always been an issue, but now it's worse. Then there's the situation of heat strokes. It's really hot, and so the generator is on, the AC is on because I cannot die, and so we're going to try and manage everything. I hope I can speak up as much as possible. It's also late and I need to go and take a shower and sleep. But yeah, I want to do this video because it's been heavy on my mind. I think for the longest of time on my channel, I've shied away from speaking about the topic of singleness. I've spoken about it occasionally, not even occasionally, maybe once or twice. But I shied away from it, not because I didn't want to speak on it, because sometimes I get messages from people who are offended that I am very comfortable talking about the fact that I'm single. And honestly, if you're one of those people, this video is not for you, because I don't know why in 2024, anyone who is single and cannot speak up or have conversations about the fact that they are single, that they're okay being single, even not okay being single, but feel like if you talk about it quite often that you're single, then you're desperate, or that there's something wrong with you. I find it very interesting. But anyways, the point is this video is not for you. So if you're that person, I would suggest that you just scroll past. Just do that. Scroll past. All right. But if this is for you, please join. So I'm titling this. I like to talk about the title of what I'm going to give it. I don't know why, but I do. So let's go. I'm titling this, or I titled this. If you see me looking down, it's because y'all know I be jotting things down. Okay. So I titled this "Single and in Wait." And I wrote here that, first of all, there was something that my sister and I spoke about at the beginning of the year, and she said something jokingly, but for me it was very profound. She said, apparently it's financially irresponsible to be single right now. And I totally agree with her. Like she said it and I was like, huh? And then I thought about the fact that, listen, as a single babe right now, then I was even in Yankee, America, back in Lagos right now, same thing, everything choke, right? I'm the one paying my estate dues. I'm the one paying my service charge. I'm the one paying my rent. I'm the one fueling my car. I'm the one buying my, paying for internet in the house. I'm the one paying for, I'm paying for everything, right? Imagine if I was in a relationship, and when I say relationship, not just boyfriend, girlfriend, I'm talking about, in a proper partnership, in a marriage, and at least bills are split two ways, right? Or even if I was in a relationship with a man, if I'm blessed or fortunate enough, and if you're one of those fortunate people to either be with a man or a woman who is okay every once in a while footing certain bills for you, listen, you have scared. Because right now, as a single person, you choke. However, getting into a marriage or relationship for the sole purpose of sharing financial responsibilities for me is ridiculous and ludicrous. So I'm saying that to say, don't go and get with someone or get married simply because you don't want to be footing bills by yourself. So as a single lady who is in wait, here are some of the things that I'm doing while I'm waiting, right? And when I say single in wait, it's because because when we do videos like this now, we have to be putting disclaimer just in case somebody about to run up in here and be no, listen, my opinion, my page, my channel, right? I am a single woman who intends and would like to get married. If you are not one of them, again, this video, sis, brother, is not for you. I'm a single woman who wants to get married, right? And so I'm saying in wait, i.e., while I'm waiting to be able to meet my future husband, these are the things that I'm doing while I'm waiting. The first thing I'm doing is self-development. I'm working on myself. I've said this countless of times, and I think it's one of those things where the journey never ends, the learning never ends, right? The brick on brick to build this person of great character or great substance, right? To build this person who's going to be able to leave a great legacy is unending. I'm constantly self-developing myself, not only just professionally, most importantly, emotionally. I think it's important. You take time out to try and be the best version of yourself. See a therapist if you need to unpack a lot of things. If you need to heal from traumas, talk to somebody. If you need to spend time by yourself, question yourself, decisions that you make, how you handle decisions, how you think. These are things that are very important. Trying to build yourself. While you're also doing that, you're also trying to see how you can move yourself career-wise, You're not just sitting there waiting for someone to be cheering you on. You're cheering yourself on. You have a plan for what you want for your future. The goals that you see yourself trying to, attain and achieve. You're pushing yourself and you're engendering yourself to be this better version, not just waiting for someone to come and you are developing yourself while you're in weight. It's very important, both as a man and as a woman. Financial literacy. I don't think we have enough conversations about that, especially in a country like Nigeria, Last year I had to sit down and take stock of my taxing and my taxes. And for the first time in a while, I felt so mature and responsible because I had to make sure that, everything was up to par, because the next phase in which I'm trying to take my life and my career towards, these things need to be, all my ducks need to be in a row for me to be able to transition into the next phase, right? And so I had to sit down and sort out taxes. I had to sit down and talk with the business developer. I had to sit down and talk with my banker to be able to say, listen, where am I right now? How can we move forward? What are the things I can invest in? I had to sit down with myself and my manager as a brand. That word really just makes me uncomfortable. You get what I'm saying? As a brand, Abimbola Craig, how can we move Abimbola forward? What are the things that we're trying to do? How can we make more money? Because in a country like Nigeria, first of all, every economy right now in the world is down. But Nigeria just takes the cake. And so the question is, listen, one job is never enough. Two is even never enough. How can we transition into doing more things that is financially lucrative? That, we can put money aside and say, listen, this is an investment. It might not be lucrative now, but in the long run, one can make money from there. How can one sustain, this legacy that one is trying to build? Financial literacy is very important while you're single and you're in weight. You'll be great to be able to have something when you're about to walk into this marriage, walk into this partnership, walk into this relationship, where you're not just relying on the person solely, There are things that you're bringing, and I hate to say it, but to the table. You know what I mean? Spiritual growth. While I'm in weight, I'm constantly always trying. And I say constantly because, listen, even as a born-again Christian, my spirituality has shaken. It has been shaken. You know what I mean? And not because I don't believe that God is God and I don't know that He's there for me and He hasn't shown Himself strong. Just because, listen, there are times when you worry. I said this in the last video that I posted, that you worry and you have to get to that point where you realize that worrying does not solve anything. So you have two choices. Keep worrying or just leave it to God. And so I'm constantly trying to grow spiritually, get a better relationship with God, read my Bible more, pray more, worship more, try and commune more with God. It's very important. And so these are the things that I'm doing while I'm single and in weight. So get with the program, okay? Next is boundaries. Listen and listen to me well. I feel like all of a sudden now people are just understanding what boundaries are and getting it. However, people will still just use them how they want to use them. For me, my boundaries are not only just with my family, it's with everybody. Even boundaries with myself. I realize that as much as I'm very assertive, very confident, I can be a bit of a pushover. I let, especially people that I care about, people that I'm down for, people that are my friends, I'm letting y'all do a lot of shit, right? And so I'm establishing stronger boundaries where I'm not taking nonsense anymore. I kind of know what I want, and most importantly, I know what I don't want in a relationship. Not only just with, not only just in a love relationship, right? But also with friends, with families. You just need to know when enough is enough, know when to say no, know when to draw the line, know when to step away. It's very important, and I feel like most people just don't learn those things until when they get into these relationships, and then you're trying to either understand the boundaries or at least accept the boundaries that were given to you by your partner. If the person is, emotionally mature enough to be able to say, listen, I have boundaries and this is what they are. I think while you're single and waiting, you need to establish boundaries for yourself. You need to establish parameters around yourself for whoever it is that you're trying to make room for to come into your space. It's very important. It's dating with intentionality. This has never been in question for me. And I don't know if it's and I'm talking in terms of myself now. I don't know if it's a good thing or if it's a bad thing. In the past, over the years, but in recent times, you know, when I have guys approach me, both single and most times established married men as well, who are still within my age range, right? There's always this, oh my God, Bimbo, you know, you don't give off that kind of, we can just come and talk to you and just play around. So it's always hard for a guy to come and approach you, because when he wants to approach you, he knows he has to come correct, and so he knows that he can't waste your time. And I'm like, listen, if that's what I give off, I'm sorry, I don't know whether you want me to change who I am, but I'm not one who just sits around and just wastes my time. However, dating with intentionality sometimes can also include you wanting to waste your time. I said this a while ago when I did a video where I said when I was much younger, I wish I had not taken dating as seriously. And so I'm saying this to say, if you're young or even if you're old, right, there's certain relationships that you would have with people that you don't need to overthink it. It's not that relationship that would lead to marriage. It's not every relationship that you get into that will lead to marriage. However, you can still date with intentionality where it doesn't lead to marriage as well. Sorry y'all. Okay, I can decide that, listen, right now, in this season that I'm in, I want to be with somebody who can support me emotionally, who can be there for me, but I'm not ready to be in a relationship that would lead to marriage, because this is where my space is at right now. This is what I can do. This is the capacity in which my heart can stretch. And so if I decide that, okay, that's what I want, it means that if anybody else comes to me with something a bit more serious and a bit more heavier than what I can give, you know, then I have to be able to say, listen, bro, this is what I can give. You're either at that space with me or you're not. However, I am a very serious person, so regardless of whatever it is, even if it's just for high and buy for a duration in time, that high and buy, definitely let me know. So I think it's important that while you're in wait, you should date, and you should also date with intentionality, because at the end of the day, you are really what you attract. So yeah, it says while you're single and in wait, you should definitely be very health conscious. You need to be active. You need to get full medical checkups yearly, quarterly. If you're sexually active, like, this is not the time to just be sitting down and sleeping with people left, right, and center. You know, I find it wild when I get into conversations with grown men and women who are of the consenting age, and you're talking about how you need to go and get kini call because you slept with someone and you need to get Postinol, and I'm just like, are you guys serious right now? Like, if this is not someone that you're committed to, and yet you're having unprotected sex, you're wild. In these times where there's so much nonsense going around, you know what I mean? And even if it's someone that you're committed to, listen, at the end of the day, you have to take care of yourself, you know? I was telling and this is just to segue a bit, and I know I do that a lot, but you guys, just roll with me for a bit. I was telling my cleaner, who is female, and she's married with kids, right? The other day she was complaining about something about her breast, and I was like, listen, you don't check yourself? And she's like, oh, you know, I did try sometimes. All these local hospitals, all these government hospitals, they call us, so I just know they go. And I'm like, listen, why don't you go? Why don't you do tests? And she's like, hey, my husband tell me say they're safe. I'm like, listen, nobody's looking out for you like you're looking out for yourself. Your husband is doing whatever he's doing out in those streets and you don't know. However, the priority of who to take care of is on you. You need to look out for yourself. So you go every 3 months, get tested to make sure that you are free from any form of diseases. And if you choose that, listen, you suspect your husband of something, take whatever protection you need to take to make sure that you don't get any STDs and you don't get pregnant. As a woman, most importantly, while you're single and in wait, these are the times when you just need to make sure that everything within you is functioning at its best optimum. If you're a single person who is in wait and your intention is that when you eventually get into this partnership, relationship, or marriage with your significant other, you intend to want to have kids, the next thing is while you're single and in wait, you need to look at fertility options. I mean, we know this, and it's not news, and it's not even about stigmas. I have friends who are in their early 40s and mid 40s right now, and are still having babies. So I'm saying that to say it doesn't change anything. However, if you're younger and you're single and having children is something that is of importance to you, then as a woman you need to start checking your fertility options. You know what I mean? Egg freezing. We need to have this kind of conversations. Men going to go and check to make sure that, you know, your testosterone levels are great, to make sure that your semen are great, you know, your boys are swimming happy and they can do what they need to do. These are conversations that we need to have. You know, there was a short film that I shot when I was at Ndani there. It's called Fractured. It's on YouTube on Ndani. You should go and watch it. It was a couple who had been married, and during their marriage they were waiting, you know, and the assumption was that the reason why they couldn't have kids was because the woman couldn't. But over time, and after the husband finally considered seeing a doctor, they found out that, you know, he had sperm issues. And so I'm saying this to say, while you're single and you're in wait, and you're someone who eventually wants to have kids, whether you're a man or a woman, go and check what your fertility options are, you know. Check to make sure that there are no fibroids. Check to make sure that, listen, you are not suffering from listen, that word, I struggle with that word. But you get what I'm trying to say. Just check to make sure that you don't have PCOS. Check to make sure that you have no cyst. As a man, just check to make sure that your prostrates are okay. To make sure that your colon is good. These are things that are just important, you know. You need to look after yourself so that you don't get into marriages wondering what is going on. However, life being life, and God having his own sense of humor, you know, you will still get into these things, and some people will still have certain difficulties that even with all these checks and balances, you know, life would deal you a separate hand. Just know that God that has started will definitely finish, and if you've laid it at his feet, he gonna do what he gonna do, period. Also, while you're single and in wait, listen, make new friends, network, you know. As I'm getting older, I'm realizing that community is very important. Not a tribe. When women say tribe, we say tribe. Oh, my tribe of women. No, when I say community, I'm saying not just only women, just men, you know, no matter how small it is. For me, I have so many different communities, but they're very tiny. I have a nice, cute community in the gym that I go to, and it's why I've been going there for years, because I might not see everybody at all in real life, but I know that Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, we all come together from a particular AM in the morning to a particular AM, and we're working out and we're catching up and we're seeing how everybody's doing. Some of us are making plans to be able to meet up after. It's just important, you know. I'm learning to just push myself out of my comfort zone. Contrary to what a lot of people think about me, I'm very, very, very introverted. I spend a lot of time by myself. Apart from the day ones that I've had for years, I'm not really one to, you know, mix and match. But I'm learning that as you get older, you want to be able to have a taste of different things, you know what I mean? And so part of it is making new friends, expanding your network a bit. The other day, someone invited me to their house to just, you know, come for like brunch. On normal good, I would have said no, because if you know me, homebody. But I went, and it was such a wholesome experience, you know. I got to interact with a bunch of men and women that I never would have in a normal good day. Different playing field entirely. These are tech boys, tech girls, young people in politics. Just the mindset shift was so welcoming and so wholesome for me. Like collecting numbers and like, it would be great to keep in touch. It's such a nice thing, you know. And so while you're single and in wait, get out of your comfort zone. You know, it's great to have your day ones, but mingle with a bit more people. If you see certain people, and I'm not talking about being strategic, it's not like that. You know what I mean? There are ways in which as you grow older, you can make intentional new friends. And that is something that I would definitely encourage you to do. And last but definitely not the least, you know, try new things. Try new things, be open-minded. I think as you get older, and when I say get older, whether you're moving from 21 to 22, you know, a bunch of us get very stuck in our ways, especially in how we think and how we reason. And most of it, contrary to what a lot of people you guys don't know or might argue about, even as you get older, sometimes if you're not conscious of the things you take into your subconscious, you would not know that you're still being influenced. You know what I mean? You sit down on social media every day and you're seeing a meme and you take a screenshot of it, and the next day you're posting it up and you're putting a small story on it. That's how I feel when I think about, meanwhile, another person will look at that and be like, what's this one saying? This doesn't make sense at all. This is selfish, and the next thing you get into a dialogue and you realize, okay, maybe you were a bit too. So just try to be very open-minded. That you've always done something this way before doesn't mean that doing it this way will not still lead to the same results. You know, as you're single and in waiting, you need to, because the likelihood of the fact that in this crazy world that we're living in and the times that we're in, that you will meet someone that is equally like you, thinks the same way, sees things the same way, is very, very slim. You know what I mean? And the joy of just being around people and connecting and making new relationships that can last a lifetime is being able to see things differently, but still be very acceptant of those people who see things differently from the way you do. I hope that makes sense. I feel like I was doing some hula hula. The last one, which is what a lot of people struggle with. Sometimes I'm guilty of that. But while you're single and in wait, you have to find happiness within yourself. Find things that give you joy. Do things for yourself. Today I went for this event and a bunch of my friends saw me and they're like, girl, I've been inviting you, I'll be saying no. But not only did you show up, you wore color. If you know me, I'm an all black every day, period kind of girl. I wore colored. I did makeup. My friends was like, makeup. She's like, you did makeup. By myself. Not because there was anything great. I just felt good. I felt happy today. It's Lent. I'm fasting, but I just felt very joyous within. So you need to find happiness within yourself. No man, no woman can fulfill anything from you. The only person that can give you joy is yourself and God. So while you're single and in wait, try to find happiness within yourself. Love yourself. Speak positively to yourself. Believe that you deserve good things and good things will come to you. So yeah, if there's any other thing that you do or you want to do or you suggest people should do while they're single anyway, put it in the comment section, okay? I really want to be chatting with you guys and I'm so grateful to the new subscribers. I see you guys, I'm so grateful. Road to 100,000, and that's why I'm trying to be consistent with this thing, because y'all know life be lifing, a lot be going on, and I'm on a new project right now that by the grace of God is not going to stress me. So I just need to be tuning out this content for you people. So thank you guys so much. I'm so grateful. Again, please don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to comment, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm telling you, I need to go back to America. But all right, bye guys, thank you. Bye.